We're going to go through how to unlock the trooper skill tree and get the trainer unlocked. This is going to be the Cliff Notes version, so it's not going to be very long. To start with, if you don't already have the trooper available, what you want to do is you want to come to the very first trade post, Griffin's Reach, and when you're here, you'll find this guy, Mr. Guvani. He's going to have a mission for you. Go through all of his dialogue. Sometimes NPCs in this game, they can be a bit resistant. Just make sure you go through everything, and then you'll be given a mission. The mission's very simple. You'll just basically be sent to kill 3 bandits over to the east, so you'll come about here, out here, and then down to this cave, turn that in, and that'll get you access to the level 1 skills for the trooper. Obviously, to get the higher level stuff, we are going to need to do a little bit more than that. Now, for the next bit, I do recommend having the ornithopter available. You can do it earlier by using a lot of credits or Solari, but I don't think it's worth it because you're going to have to do things like travel to this area here a lot. And what that's going to mean is several of the missions, you're going to be traveling from the anvil base, and then you're going to have to come all the way around the quicksand, and then back into here, and then back to the base to fast travel again. And it's going to be 2.5k each trip, and I feel like you're going to be missing out on a lot of money if you do that. So what I'm going to suggest is that you progress the game until you have the ornithopter unlocked, at which point you'll have access to the world map. We'll touch on that a little bit just in case you haven't been there before so you guys can see how it works. So once you've got your ornithopter available, I know this is a massive skip, especially if you're in the early game. I just think it's going to save you a lot of time, and that's going to be the time that you're going to be using to progress to actually getting your ornithopter and therefore accessing the later parts of the game. And this probably is the thing that you should be doing before entering into the deep desert, because you're going to get a lot of XP for this. It's like 700 XP per mission, and you get a lot of skill points, and you can get access to all of your strong powers. So I think this is the right order to do things in. All we need to do is ride the ornithopter to the edge of the map. You can see we've got this shimmering coming up right here. Once you get there, you're going to get asked if you want to go to the world map. Cool thing about this is this doesn't actually cause any damage to your ornithopter and doesn't take any actual fuel that we have to gather either. So don't be worried about coming out here. And you can see we have all of these segments here around the Hagar Basin, which is obviously where we were before. Take care which one of these you're going to enter into. Obviously the irradiated area down on this side, that's where you're going to come in if you start entering the on this side. So just bear that in mind. And if you are wanting to do things quickly, you might decide to come in on one of these sides here, because obviously, like I was saying before, that area is going to be where a lot of the missions are that we need to do. But either way, we're going to want to head on out to the east to start with. There are 3 points of interest on the world map that we're concerned with in this video, and we're just going to follow this set of rocks here all the way around to the side. We don't really need to care about things like fuel or water, because that gets refilled when we get to the next point of interest anyway. So the game warns you about refilling that, but it's really not that much of an issue. Keep on following that, and eventually you're going to reach the arakeen area. Once we're here, we need to head all the way to the stairs that we can see at the back end here so that we can find the trainer. Loop around to the left and follow it all the way down to where this box is. Now, ordinarily, there will be an NPC stood here. I'll probably have a clip for you guys to see so you can see her. It's a blonde-haired trooper lady. And from that point, all you really need to do is go ahead and follow the blue pen. Now, if you can't see the quest marker at the time, you can bring up the journey tab, go across to your contracts and scroll on down. The trainer comes under the arakeen settlement quests, and just select on there and it'll tell you which zone that you need to go to anyway. This is why I don't feel like we need to have like a full walkthrough. I can just tell you guys to follow that blue pen. 2 things I can give you guys as advice though. 1, you may need a radiation suit. I was able to do it fine without it, but there is 1 irradiated zone you're going to get sent to. And make sure you are carrying a hand scanner, because there is going to be a point where you need to scan a cache in the desert, and if you don't have the scanner with you, that's going to be you going back off to your base to then have to grab a scanner to come on back. So that should save you a little bit of time. Other than that, just follow what the quest says. There is going to be a point towards the end of the quest where you basically have to use a bunch of skills to start unlocking the final quests. It's all very easy. Once that's all done, you'll have all of your powers unlocked.